Wolfenstein: The New Order, a single-player first-person shooter game with not a lot else added. Really, it is a first-person shooter game in almost its purest sense. It has nothing else added. It's not open world, it doesn't have DLC, it doesn't have customizations for the face, it doesn't have hats and that type of thing. This game is what you would get if some boss had been hit on the head, had a sudden revelation, run into a development team and said, right, I want you to make me a game where I kill Nazis. I want to shoot them with pistols, I want to shoot them with assault rifles, I want to shoot them with sniper rifles with lasers, shotguns. No, I want to shoot them with 2 shotguns at the same time. I want to shoot them with turrets, with energy beams. I want to throw grenades at them. I want to stab them with knives. I want to kill Nazis until I'm almost bored of it, and then I want you to find a way to make me not bored of it so I can kill more Nazis. This game is pretty much perfect. It really is. As first-person shooters, single-player first-person shooters go, it literally is brilliance. They only had to get one thing right in this game. They had to make it so that you could kill Nazis over and over and over and over and over and over again and not get bored of it. And they did it. They hit it right on the nail. No messing about whatsoever. I mean, the game looks great. It really does look great, and it sounds pretty good. It even has a story, and the story's not half bad, and it's pretty well delivered, even though it may well be the single biggest cliche. In fact, it's not even the single biggest cliche, it's the biggest collection of huge cliches ever. And the main character's he's a cliche to end all cliches. He is the sort of all-round superhero character that literally, I mean, he's a caricature of that type of hero. He really is. He's strong, he's fast, he's good looking, he always says the right and heroic thing to his teammates. He is the perfect hero, to the point where you should want to gouge your eyes out and scream in horror, and yet you don't. You love him. He's brilliant. He really is. You enjoy playing this utterly ridiculous character in this utterly ridiculous game. And I say it's ridiculous, and it is. You're going to be, as I said, shooting people with 2 fully automatic shotguns. You're going to be... You can dual wield sniper rifles. You're going to be killing tens of thousands of Nazis, even though by the end of the game you've probably been shot maybe 50,000 times. You're still going. And don't get me wrong, just because I said it's not realistic, it doesn't mean that the guns feel wrong or something. They don't. They feel great. They feel a lot of fun to shoot. You feel like you've got some impact. They feel like weapons. They make the right noises. They have the right effects on the people you point them at. And just in general, there's nothing bad to say about the game. I mean, and it's not even as if it's totally and utterly forcing you to play one way. If you don't want to run around shooting things with dual-wielded shotguns, and I have to ask why not, but if you don't, you can play it as a tactical shooter with assault rifles. You can take cover. There's a reasonably good cover system in this game. It makes sense, it works, it's very easy to pick up. Or you can even take the stealthy route. You can sneak around, killing people with your knife, throwing knives at them, using a silenced pistol, and so on. Or you can lob grenades at them. There are so many different ways you can kill Nazis, essentially. And in fact, the game does a really good job of encouraging you to experiment, to do them all. There'll be sections where you really want to try stealth, but it'll probably go wrong at some point. But that's okay, because then you pull out your 2 shotguns and start shooting everybody. There are times that won't work and you'll have to take cover and do a little bit of sniping. But that's great. It really lets you experience the many different ways you have of killing Nazis. Now, I don't want you to get me wrong here. I know I'm focusing very much on the game's general theme of killing Nazis. Don't think that there isn't actually a story there or some background to the whole thing. There is. The story is an odd one. You wake up in 1960. You're a soldier from the Second World War. You had an accident. Well, not an accident. You took an injury to the head and you went into a coma for 14 years. You wake up in 1960 and the Nazis have won. And the story unfolds from there, and it's a pretty engaging story, but it has lots of little snippets, little clues as to what the world is like now. You can find newspaper cuttings, you can find letters, diaries and that type of thing that let you know how the world is, because you've obviously not experienced it, and it really helps feel, well, in character, I suppose, which is an odd thing to say considering the game really isn't about that. It is very much a first-person shooter that is just sheer fun to play, but at the same time, there is this feeling, this slight horror of war that goes along with it. So, I mean, there is this subtle message that is somewhat drowned out by the less than subtle thing. In the end, I could talk about a lot of different things with this game. I really could. A lot of different aspects that I enjoyed. But in the end, the best thing to say about this game is it's a first-person shooter that plays like a first-person shooter that's not trying to be anything else. It's not making any pretenses to be a sort of realistic survival game. You know, you want armor? You've run out of armour and you find a bunch of Nazi helmets, put one on each shoulder, one on your head and one on your groin, and now you've got a full battle armour set apparently. It's not realistic. You're going to be carrying about 10 to 15 different weapons, each weapon probably bigger than you, without any problem. This is not a realistic game. It is an old style first person shooter. It makes no bones about it. It says we're going back to basics. We're going old school here. We're going all out. We're going to give you 2 fully automatic shotguns and we're going to let you kill everything. Have fun. In today's game market where everyone wants extras and customizations and DLC and multiplayer and all these different things, this game probably shouldn't have been a success. But I think the reason it was is perhaps not everyone wants that in games. Some people want their games to be simple. They want their games to do one thing and to do it well. And that's what this game is. It's a game that does one thing and it does it well. It's a first-person shooter with good mechanics, good weapons. The story and the characters are good enough to support it, but in the end it comes back to those key things. It's a bloody good first-person shooter. If you like that sort of game, if you enjoy killing Nazis in a variety of entertaining ways, why are you still listening to this video? Go off and buy this game and play it. Trust me, it is absolutely brilliant.